This is my futures trading strategy that I use every day on the ES, and it also works on the NQ and any other high liquidity market. You can follow my simple 3-step checklist to find these types of setups every single day, and it is super easy, super simple to follow, and it works on any futures market that you want to trade. So the thing is here, keeping it simple is key to profitability. You have to keep it simple in your trading. And so this strategy does exactly that. I'm going to get right into it and show you. But before I do, check out the link in the description if you want free courses and a free community where I go into a lot more depth on these strategies. Right here, you can see that we have a trading range. So the thing is, we want to avoid trading ranges in this strategy. So when you have price action that looks like this, where it's just trending sideways and you don't really have any sort of up or down like established trend, you're going to avoid these setups. This is going to be for trends only. So what we're going to do is wait until we have an establishing trend like this, where we start making higher highs, higher lows, and then it gets consistent. So what we're going to do is, as the price is moving, we are going to draw our short-term trend lines. So I'm going to draw one here, and you can see that now I have a short-term trend line drawn here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see that we have a close outside and it turns into a flatter channel. So as it's doing this, what I'm going to do is draw off of the low, off of a close. So this red candle close here. And then I'm just going to drag this thing out. Just like this. And I'm going to draw this as a channel. Now, in real time, if you're trading this, what you're going to see is you're going to see this swing, and then you can draw this trend line, but you don't have any other areas yet to go off of. So you don't have a third swing until over here. So what you're doing now is you're watching from the highs for pullbacks. So what we have here is a consistent trend, and we're looking for pullbacks to key entry points. So in an uptrend, that's going to be bounces off the lows or bounces off the 21 EMA. And that's it. That's all we have on our chart here is a 21 EMA. And so we're looking at, do we have bounces off the 21 EMA? Do we have bounces off of the lows? Now I'm looking at a 2000 tick ES chart here. That's what I trade, is the 2000 tick ES chart. This works on any time frame that you want to trade. If you're trading the NQ, I recommend using something like the 800 to maybe 1000 tick chart. I'm using the ES. You can trade this on a 1-minute chart, a 5-minute chart, whatever suits your needs. So just wanted to kind of establish that. And I always use the 21 EMA no matter what time frame I'm looking at. That's the only indicator I use to help me with the price action. And it just acts as like a secondary key entry point. So what I'm looking at here are pullbacks to the key entry points, which are the trend line and the 21 EMA. And so that's what I'm trying to identify. I see one here. I see one over here. I see a pullback here. And then what I'm really looking for now is to get into my 3-step checklist. So when I get a strong trend like this and it's in play, which means that we don't have a close outside. So we don't have a close outside until all the way over here. So while this is in play, we are looking to take longs. And what we're looking to do is we're waiting for a 2-legged pullback. So we don't want a single pullback, a single leg pullback where it just goes from the high down to here and then reverses. We want one that has 2 legs of correction. And so right here, you can see a good example. We have a new high. It pulls back to the EMA. That's our first leg. That's leg 1. And then it tries to go higher. And then we get leg 2. This is a 2-legged pullback. And this one goes to the key entry point. And then it goes bullish. And then step 3, we have a strong signal bar with the trend. So it's in the direction of the trend. This is a strong bullish signal bar. So what we are looking to do is enter 1 tick above this bar on a stop market order. Our stop loss will go 1 tick below. And then when the next bar opens, if it goes up 1 tick above this bar, it will stop us into the trade, and that is in the direction of the 2 legs. And you can manage your risk reward however you see fit with this strategy. This is just showing you how to identify these trade setups. But everyone's risk reward is going to be different. How many contracts they use is going to be different. So I'm just showing you how to identify the key setups here. And you can see that this would have been a really nice one. And it eventually kept going up. Now after, you got to close outside and we get a different trend. So if we get an established downtrend, so something like this, where we eventually have a downtrend, but it's not a range, it's a downtrend, then what we're going to do, now of course, you wouldn't have known, at the time when you drew this, it would have probably looked something like this, right here, and you wouldn't have known that you were going to break out the bottom and dump like this. So, what you have to go off of in the downtrend is a high here, a swing here, and then another swing here. And so what we're going to do in this case is look for shorts off of the key entry point, which is the top of the channel, or the 21 EMA, or both. And so we're looking for those. That's established downtrend right here. It's got 3 swings, established downtrend. And now we're looking for a pullback to a key entry point, which would be back here. We want it to be 2 legs of correction. So right here, comes up, tries to go lower there, that's leg 1, comes up and tries to go lower here, that's leg 2. But when these make an equal high, you actually can use this big red bar as your signal bar, and that is a strong signal bar. So 1 tick below this bar is a short, 1 tick above is your stop loss, and you can see that you could have rode that one down and got a really nice trade there. And that's basically all it is. That's all you have to do to find amazing trade setups every single day. You can stay out of the ranges. A lot of times ranges trip people up, and you can just wait for strong trending moves and wait for these second entries, 2-legged pullbacks to the key entry point with strong signal bars going in your favor. That's all you need to do. Now, if you want to learn more about these strategies, go into the first link in the description, join the free school community. You can get access to my free courses in there, and I go into way more depth on these trade setups there. We have daily live streams. We have all kinds of things in there that is all completely free. I'll look forward to seeing you in there.